Hey, good morning, everybody. Jay Johnson, Outdoor Adventures. Back again with a little video here on this hot July day. Gonna talk about pig hunting. Pig hunting is something that most guys do in the off season when they're not hunting deer or some type of other game. They are a nuisance. They do a lot of crop damage. They do a lot of damage on the farm. They eat a lot of turkey eggs and things of that nature. Even I've heard and I've not seen this, but they will attack small fawns and consume them as well. So you're actually doing, the wildlife community out there a favor by keeping the population down. What I use is an AR platform. This is what I have here. I generally use two magazines. This is a 20-round magazine. This is a 30-round magazine, which is a bit overkill. This is 5.56 ammo, standard ball ammo. Nothing special about it. You get it at any sporting goods store. Loading this thing, real simple. Push down on the previous round, push down and push it to the rear, and it's loaded. Once you get it fully loaded, just take it and tap it on your thigh, tap it on your hand right here to make sure all your rounds are seated, and you should be good to go. So the AR platform, actually, it doesn't mean assault rifle. It actually means was originally made by a company that was called Armalite. All right. So this is a platform. So I have an adjustable stock here. Of course, this is a hand grip that I never use. I just have it on here for effect. Small AR scope here. It's about 4 to 6 power. Real inexpensive to get. You've got your safety, fire, and safe. One of the things, forward, thumb up, fire, thumb back, safe. One of the things that is a difference between this, which is an AR platform, and a M16, which is a military version of this rifle will only fire semi-automatic. Semi-automatic is every time I pull the trigger, it will fire. I know there's things out there, bump stocks and all those things, but listen, we're hunting here. We're not engaging somebody on the battlefield. Very, very useful rifle. 223, very, very similar. There's not much difference between the two. All right, and that has been around for years. Semi-automatic. A Mini 14. Ranchers have used that for years to, eliminate coyotes and things on the ranch. So, don't get all wrapped around what caliber it is. It's just a rifle, and if you use it for the correct thing, then that's fine. So, a couple things on this rifle. This is your charging handle, and what the charging handle this is what you pull the bolt back with. Right here, this is the locking mechanism for the bolt on this side. It is for locking the bolt back and release it. Now, this charging handle, you strongly push that forward. You have to do that once you go ahead and lock this bolt to the rear. Do not leave this back when you fire, okay? All right, don't do that. Don't leave it back when you let the bolt go forward, all right? You don't want to cause any damage to your rifle. So push it forward. Loading this rifle, real simple. This is the front. The pointy part of the bullet goes toward the end of the barrel. Put it in, give it a tap. Now you're ready to go. Once that is loaded, the only thing you have to do is push the bolt release on this side. This will cause the bolt to go forward and strip around out of the magazine. Now this weapon's loaded. Next thing you want to do is close this little mechanism right here, which is called the dust cover. Close the dust cover. Why you want to close it? Well, it's called the dust cover. You don't want dust to get in it. You've got lubricant on here, and you don't want sticks or whatever to getting in it as you're walking through the woods or whatnot. So close that. To fire it, the only thing you got to do is your right thumb up, and now you're ready to fire and squeeze the trigger. This weapon will not fire fully automatic. And what I mean by fully automatic is hold the trigger down with your finger, never let it up, and continually fire. All right? It will not do that unless you have one that is designed to do that. Okay? So don't get you wrapped around this AR platform. This is essentially just basically I call it souped up 223. All right, it'll shoot it. You just lose a little pressure in the gun when you shoot. It's just not as proficient at longer distances. But this is a standard standard weapon that people use to pig hunt with, or just take it out to the range and shoot. This is not something that you probably want to take out and hunt deer with. Will it kill a deer? Yeah, shot placement, it'll probably do it. But this is not something that you want to do. This round moves a little over 5,200 feet per second, and that's moving. All right, that's moving. So whatever you hit with this thing, all right, whatever that bullet hits, you're going to have a body cavity that's going to be created when this thing hits it. All right, and that cavity on whatever you hit is going to expand to about 11 and a half inches. Right, the moment that bullet makes impact with that target or soft tissue, it's going to cavitate. And what I mean by cavitate, it's going to start to move left and right, up and down. And what it's going to do, it is going to rip through and just moving at that speed. Okay, so 300 yards with this thing, anybody, 8-year-old kid, after a couple of 15, 20 minutes of instruction and maybe 30 minutes of shooting, any kid could hit a pig or anything. I'd say a 12 by 12, 13 by 13 target. You can hit that thing at 200 yards all day, with or without a scope. And with a scope, it's much simpler. You know, when I was taught to shoot this thing, when I was a Marine, I was taught to shoot iron sights, and we used to stand up with a loop sling, and we used to shoot this thing at 200 yards and hit a man-sized target. And I've shot this thing out to over 600, 800 meters, and you have to play with the wind a little bit, but it can be done. Okay, it's something that you just have to practice with, right? We didn't have scopes back then, and nothing was magnified, and we did very well with this. So if you're thinking about pig hunting, if you don't want the stigma of the AR platform, by all means, go ahead. They sell this in a bolt action platform. Buy your bolt action 5.56, and you can still do what you need to do, because if you got a well-placed shot on a pig, you don't have to worry about it. He's going to go ahead and go to sleep anyway. All right. So if you have any questions, if anything I can help you with about choosing one of these, though I am not the duty expert, but I did carry one for a little over 20 years. And so there's not much about this platform that I don't know about. And I've got friends of mine who were Marines as well. And, we talk about this a lot, what a stigma, that's attached to this rifle, because people use it recklessly. That's something that I'm not going to say you and I can't do anything about it, but I'm a firearms instructor. Most of them are. So what we try to do is impart upon people firearm safety, firearm responsibility. What it is to be an owner of a firearm, because this platform here, as many rounds as it can shoot with the capacity of these magazines, can do a lot of damage to whatever they're shooting, whether it's property or people. All right. So it is not the weapon in itself that is a problem. It's more of the people who are using this weapon that are not using it in the correct manner. All right. So, there's a lot of opinions out there who should and who shouldn't have that type of weapons platform. I personally believe that you should be able to have whatever you want, as long as it's legal and you use it responsibly, and you have the training in how to maintain it and shoot it and whatever in your own approved range, or you use it for hunting or whatever. But the problem comes is when people use them inappropriately or in the wrong way, and this is what gets us put. This type of thing gets put on the skyline, right? And but anyhow, I'll get off my soapbox about firearm ownership and all that. My big thing is firearm safety, firearms ownership. When you have these weapons, all right, no matter what it is, 22 or 600 Magnum, make sure you put the thing in some type of safe, lock it up so youngsters are not have access to it. Make sure that the children that are in your house, your children, your grandchildren, make sure they're aware of what these things, what they are for, what they can do, and how dangerous they are, and whether they can be used effectively for good or for bad. And that's one of the things that we're not teaching right now to children. And this is why we see a lot of this reckless behavior, I think, with firearms. So if you have any questions about the AR platform, please shoot me an IM. For those of you who have my number, you can call me. and I'll be, I'll try to direct you to the right path and get you one that doesn't cost a tremendous amount of money, and you can get out there with the rest of us and do a little pig hunting or plinking on the weekend. But again, I need everyone out there to be safe. Make sure that you are the ambassador to hunting, firearms, shooting, and whatnot. You're the person, man or woman, doesn't matter, or the children. You are the ambassador. You can make or break us. All right. So y'all be safe out there, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care now.